Join me as we embark on an unforgettable 3-day tour where we will explore the breathtaking islands, deserts, and cliffs of Paracas, journey to the enchanting and adrenaline-pumping sand dunes of Huacachina, and conclude with the mysterious and ancient Nazca lines and reservoirs. I promise to showcase stunning island landscapes, uncover hidden gems, and delve into the mysteries of ancient Peruvian civilizations. This adventure is one you won't want to miss. So let's dive right in. Our tour bus powers through the town of Ica, not bothering to introduce us to any of the history, architecture, or culture. Instead, we head straight into the towering sand dunes of Huacachina. We checked into our pre-approved hotels, and I made the mistake of booking a party hostel. Our tour guide happily switched me from a hostel to a family-friendly hotel. Let's see what happens, and for now, just waiting for the next part of the adventure. Then it was time to explore Huacachina with a little daylight that remained before venturing up the sand dunes. It is believed that the name Huacachina derives from the indigenous Quechua words Huacachina Cucha, which means hidden lagoon. According to the legend, the name is associated with the story of the Huacachina princess. As the story goes, she was bathing in the lagoon when she was unexpectedly startled by a hunter. She quickly ran away, leaving her mirror behind, which eventually transformed into the lagoon. The flowing folds of her mantle as she ran away became the surrounding sand dunes. Welcome to the Lake of Huacachina. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to go climb up in the dune buggies, and then we're going to go down. See you in 1 second. All right, a couple Canadians going sandboarding. Woo! Woo! Canada.
Going from the snow to the sand. Switch it up a little bit. Taking the heat.
Keep in mind, sandboarding may require additional payment to rent the board and boots, so ask your tour guide. As soon as we started climbing up the sand dunes, you could feel your energy being sapped away by the sand. Nonetheless, the excitement was rising.
All right, let's do this. Woo!
We then climbed into our dune buggies, creating a scene reminiscent of Mad Max in the desert, and off we went at full throttle. It felt like riding a sand roller coaster as we zoomed through the sand dunes, experiencing the exhilaration of speed, navigating the sharp turns, and flying up and down the sand dunes. Each time we soared over a sand dune, we experienced a moment of weightlessness. Every twist that appeared to be a steep drop, we skimmed by just a meter away. The sand dunes provided an intense experience, and our driver knew exactly how to get our adrenaline pumping. We briefly stopped to take some photos and selfies, and then back onto the dune buggy for more Need for Speed mayhem.
Nice, and now we're doing some sandboarding.
Then it was time to get our sandboarding on. I honestly had almost no idea what I was doing. But like in many sports, I thought, just bend your legs for balance. From the top, the sand dunes look more terrifying than they really are. But it was time for the first hill. Easy enough. Then the second hill. After some adrenaline, easy once more. At this point, I was starting to get the hang of it. The most difficult parts of the experience was looking down the sand dunes in fear and walking around the sand dunes as the sand saps away all of your energy.
Stay on your back foot, just go straight, go straight, go straight. You're good, just go straight. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Woo!
This is the last point for sandboarding. We're at the very top of the sand dunes, I guess. Let's go see what happens.
After tackling 3 beginner sand dunes, we revved up our buggy for the grand finale, the largest sand dune imaginable. This thing was ridiculous from near the top, but it was even more frightening from the absolute top. Yet, I figured, you've come all this way to one of the most beautiful and amazing places in Peru. You aren't going to let a little bit of fear stop you from doing something ridiculous. So, after taking some awesome photos of the distant sunset, I got on my board and began my descent. At this point, my legs were extremely tired and shaking from exhaustion. I wasn't ready for this massive sand dune, but the adrenaline and testosterone was there, so let's do it. I could hear everyone cheering me on, but I was simply focused on not falling face forward down a massive sand dune. By the time I made it halfway, the rest seemed like an easy ride, and then I reached the bottom. Nice. Mission accomplished.
Huacachina, Peru, 2023. Just did that whole mountain right there. Enormous. Vamos a fiestejar. Let's go party.
We got back onto the buggy and rode the sand dune roller coaster a bit more towards a stunning photogenic sunset. Once again, it's not every day you get to enjoy a sunset in the sand dunes of Peru. And then it was time to get back to home base.
So the part that was like the most scariest, and I wouldn't say there was any really scary part, but at the very height, the biggest peak that I did, basically my legs gave out. They were really, really tired. So that was the scariest part. But otherwise, I'm about to go eat in a vegan restaurant called the Bamboo House, and let's go inside.
Later that night, we were sold on the idea of going to the local hostel for a party night. I wrapped some M&M with a dead microphone, and then it was time to count sheep in my sleep.
I'm not sure if I have enough time, but I'd like to climb this big hill right here to see the Oasis. Let's try, hopefully in 10 minutes. So I pretty much still have a long way to go. I don't have enough time to go all the way to the top. I only have about 7 more minutes. So here's the Oasis. It doesn't look anything like the photos that they show online, honestly. It's a little bit more ghetto, but the central park is very, very nice. But otherwise, the buildings are a little bit rustic. Nonetheless, amazing place. Definitely recommend the Huacachina if you know sandboarding or snowboarding. Highly recommended. Even if you don't, come to do the Dune buggies. I wasn't sure if it was going to be worth it or buying the packages or whatever. Definitely worth it. Definitely recommend. And now I have to get ready to go fly in Nazca, to fly over the Nazca lines, which are these lines that were drawn around 2,000 years ago by the indigenous populations of the time. So I'll see you in a little bit, and I have to go. Salud.